I'm going to do a review of the Ledger Nano versus the Keepkey, and I'll start off with a very simple explanation of what a hardware wallet does. A hardware wallet is supposed to protect what's called a private key, and the private key is simply just a very strong, extra long password. Now you could still use the private key yourself. You could record it on a piece of paper and access your cryptocurrency on the blockchain via that route, but it's quite a long password. It's a hard one to actually type out because of its length. So the easier way of doing it and the safer way of doing it is using the hardware wallet. The hardware wallet will allow access to the private key, which will then allow access to your cryptocurrency on the blockchain. So the hardware wallet itself is accessed. It's accessed through a small or a password that you make up yourself. And then the hardware wallet can be stored in a safe place. So just as a general note regarding the Keepkey, this is a picture of the Keepkey. You can see it's got a very large interface, which means that it's probably one of the better wallets out there to view in terms of font or print size. So if you have difficulty reading smaller print, then this might be the way to go. This is one of the wallets you can consider under those conditions. Now, having said that, the Ledger wallet is a lot smaller. You can see here it's basically the size of a USB stick, and its interface as a result is a lot smaller, so you're not going to be able to read the print on it as easily. But if you don't have problems with that, then that distinction between the two obviously won't make much of a difference. I'll go through just the basics of the security. The security of each are both well respected. So they both use high-end chips. Both chips are well researched, and you can check on this security for each of the different chips that the corresponding wallet uses in the respectable publications. There's a little bit more detail that I go into in regard to the nano security, but again, you can read up on that in the write-up that I'll provide you in the link below. But both wallets have about the same caliber of safety. So the next question would be then, what distinguishes the two wallets? What makes a difference, or what is the difference between the two? And what can you base your decision on which one to buy with? So I would say one of the key distinctions is the amount of cryptocurrencies that each can save, or each can secure. So the availability of each of these cryptocurrencies is listed again in the article below that I'm going to link below. I've got a full list here. You'd think by just looking at this list alone that the Keepkey has a greater accessibility, but that turns out to be not the case. Although the list here is pretty extensive, it's not all-encompassing. The Ledger Nano actually includes more beyond this list because it allows accessibility through Myetherwallet, which is another app independent of Ledger. It allows greater accessibility to some of the what we call ERC20 tokens, some of the other tokens that are available that are built on the Ether coin. So the question then is, well, which one should you go with given some of this information? Again, I go into a little bit more depth in the article as far as a comparison. Well, given the fact that the Ledger has more accessibility to a greater amount of coins and tokens, that's probably swaying it more in your favor as far as what would be the better choice. The other thing to consider is that they both have apps. The Keepkey app is a little bit more simple. You can see here this app is available on Google Chrome. The app allows you to transfer currencies in and out of the wallet. Same thing applies for the Ledger, but the Ledger app is a little bit more extensive. Now the Ledger app The Ledger includes both a Google Chrome for Bitcoin and for Litecoin, and also for Ripple. But recently, it's provided us with this all-encompassing app. It's called the Ledger Live app that includes all of those currencies that I just listed. So the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, all in one. On top of that, it includes a total of your principal amount, your total amount of cryptocurrencies in US dollars or whatever currency you choose to use on a daily basis. So it gives you an idea of what your total holdings are. And you can compare that to what you had. You can either do a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a yearly basis. So it's a little bit more extensive than the Keepkey app as well. So the two key features that distinguish the Ledger from the Nano or from the Keepkey are, again, the app that we can use with the Ledger compared to the Keepkey, as well as the more inclusive amount of coins that are accessible through the Ledger. So it's those two features, along with the fact that the Ledger is less. It costs less. The Ledger is about $99 compared to the Keepkey, which is about $129. So these three distinctions alone are what set the Ledger apart from the Keepkey. So I mean, again, you can do your own research with a little bit. I mean, there's all sorts of different sources out there. I've listed some for you here in this article. But as far as what I've come to a conclusion of, I would consider sticking with the Ledger as your choice for a wallet. And again, I provided a link to the article below where you can do a little bit more in-depth research. Ledger supported coins, again, the list is included in the article that I listed below, plus any of the tokens that are available through Myetherwallet, which is basically all of them. And again, if you want to, you're looking for the apps that you can use, there's this Ledger Live app, there's the Keepkey app. The Ledger also has individual apps. There's a Ledger Wallet Ripple app, there's a Ledger Wallet Bitcoin Chrome app, and there's a Ledger Wallet Litecoin app. Actually, you access the Litecoin through the, I believe it's the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin Chrome app. So you've got all sorts of options to choose from, but I mean, I would really check out this Ledger Live app. It's only improving with time. They haven't included all of the tokens, or they haven't included these ERC20 tokens with it yet, but that is being worked on, so that's going to soon be added in subsequent updates. And so again, all sorts of Ledger S supported coins on this one app. So that's what one of the key features that I think gives the Ledger Nano the advantage. That and in incorporation with the fact that it's cheaper, it's a lot less than the Keepkey.